it over to the men that really know what's going to be going down. Our casters on over to Odie and Fun.
Thank you very much, Slax. Yes, we have it. Liquid versus Na'Vi. And to confirm what you guys were wondering, it is going to be Miracle playing the Chaos Knight. Where they're going to lane, but we actually, I imagine, I mean, maybe Mind Control is playing the Quap. I guess it all depends really what Na'Vi's lanes are. Liquid might see if they can get the info early and then try and react to that. But what are you expecting from this? Who's going to go where on the map?
I think it's going to be Matu mid, right? That's what I would imagine, because he's done the Lycan matchup before. He gets sacked, and they like to... Oh, they execute engagement.
Yeah, a little awkward here. Who's going to start it off? Look at the Arctic turn slow onto Crystallize. They've got the Fisher as well, moving closer and closer. Chaos Bolt from Miracle, and that'll be your first blood. Go in the way of Liquid. Who's going to take it? It is going to be Matu.
So he's mid. They gave him that kill, too. So I think that's what they're trying to go for here. Like, even though he doesn't win versus a Viper, he'll be able to farm because he gets his passive regen up. Sure, Nether Toxin will be able to break it later on, but...
And I guess
Earthen's not really that mana efficient.
Yeah, and we'll see how hard they stack the lane, because Liquid could send someone mid to hang around with Matic.
Yeah.
In that matchup, if indeed that is going to be the pairing we get.
It looks Liquid always tends to draft themselves a draft that wins late game, is what I've been realizing every single time. So I think that's their like thought process with the CK pick. That you look at Navi's lineup, and they cannot really deal with Phantasm later on. Sure, they have Fatal Bonds and stuff, but they don't have any of these like big AoE like spells, right? It's just Fatal Bonds, and who gets to Nether Toxin to do spell, and like Impale, but those aren't, you know, that's not what I'm talking about here. It's like these big damaging spells that work with Fatal Bonds well. So I'm pretty sure that's what Liquid's going for here. Just going for that straight leg.
Did you see that as well? Liquid take all 4 bounty runes.
They got all 4? Wait, how?
I think Na'Vi was just terrified.
Mind Control skilled Blink.
He did as well, yeah.
Alright, so I was like, how did he get it so quickly?
Yeah, Na'Vi couldn't get to any of the runes.
Okay. That's something. I've never seen that before. Getting all 4 bounties. It's a great start for them. And looks like Navi's trying to go for an aggro tri-lane here. Try to punish this, but...
I mean, how aggro can it be? That's the question. DH's eyeing them up. Moving in. They've got the Artifact slow. Kuroki trying to get it onto all 3 targets. Only gets onto the couple. There's a heal onto Crystallize. Crystallize will be fine. But it's going to be a challenge, I feel, for this tri-lane to get something done. Unless they're able to, say, get GH, because a lot of the time, the Fishers, the stuns from CK, Liquid have the chance to turn it around and focus the target down.
I think this is a scary, like, this is a scary defensive tri-lane. If you get out of position whenever they have the Arctic burn up, you're very at risk of dying on the Warlock and the Nyx Assassin. I don't really think Na'Vi has too much kill potential unless they catch one of those supports on the side there. Killing Miracle is a very mighty task. They don't have great damage between 3 heroes, Warlock, Venge, and Nyx. Fisher comes out, finds Senego. They get a stun as well. Follow with creeps on him.
Good stun comes through from Roger, buying some time for Senego with the heal. It will be fine, but pretty much worries, as we thought, being shown here as Liquid. They're seeming to pack more of a punch here on these early levels than Na'Vi's own aggressive tri-lane.
Yep. Closing lanes, Mind Control. Not doing so hot versus General. 3-1 Queen of Pain CS to the 11-4 Beastmaster. Seeing how dominant the hero has been lately. Should be able to recover at a decent rate though once you get some levels on the Queen of Pain. And mid lane as well, like we said, the Viper should win this one pretty handily. But under tower, like you can farm fine, and once you get a couple levels of tower, you can get that bonus regen. You do okay.
Still able to give Dendy, that rundown. The amount of physical he has for the Hound.
That's also because he got first blood, so he's got with boots on top of his regen. We'll see GH doing what he tends to do. Walk toward mid, look for that block. Completely switch up the way that the lane advantage goes.
Regen-wise, Dendy down to just a lone fairy farm. This would be a great time if Dendy does come past the step.
Yeah, he's bringing himself out of south now on the Viper, on the Courier.
This is all, of course, under the watchful eyes of Na'Vi's ward, so Dendy won't overstep the mark. He'll be fine. GH realizes and returns back up to the top lane.
So Na'Vi didn't get a chance to actually block any of the pull camps in the top side, and they went for aggro. So I think it's going to be tough for them to stay in experience and similarity in experience versus Liquid. If Liquid can just keep getting chain pulls off, that's where they're going to start getting a big lead versus Na'Vi's tri-lane. And Venge already suffering a bit, 8-3 to the 13-2 of the Chaos Knight.
You've got to kind of ask yourself where does this sort of move play? Because this tri-lane, if up top, if they can't leave the Venge alone, having these lanes set out. And it's very hard for them to make any movements. And as we saw, GH does he has the freedom to move around. That top lane can suffice with just the two, KuroKy and Miracle at this stage. So very hard for Na'Vi to really make any sort of moves. But as you say, the mid lane and the bottom lane, it is good news for Na'Vi. They're doing fine there. So it's going to be more about when they group up with this massive amount of auras and this potentially very strong mid game Na'Vi can have.
It's about to be nighttime though, and that's when the house starts really kicking in. So that's where the tri-lane becomes way stronger. And yeah, like you were touching on it too, is Na'Vi's heroes, they don't really have great roamers. But for the bounty room, Roger actually ends up getting it here. Loki and GA's 3 heroes there, they gotta be a little bit careful. Stun without the Roger.
That connected there, brought time for Crystallize coming with his own magic missile. Could have got a kill. Dendi does have a haste rune. He's heading up this time. Yeah, the stun hits from Na'Vi. Get the kill, GH down. Quick moves from Dendi as he picks up the Dream Rune for that situation. And he gets himself back just in the nick of time, not missing a single creep.
Based. Crystallize though, definitely suffering, as we were mentioning. 13-3 CS to 24 and 4 of that Chaos Knight at the moment now. But the other 2 lanes, definitely Na'Vi favored. So nighttime hits, the Howl gets amplified by double, but he didn't end up getting too many points, and he's enough to have that 1 level point of Wolves. So 1-1-3 build for Matsu this game coming around.
Mind control.
Trying to set up for Mind Control. Got mana burn skill too, and Mind Control's very low on mana too. So coming up from the rear, Roger gets the mana burn off. Mind Control's completely moving here. They're getting the body blocks too.
Quite enough damage with the stun. It's going to be close. GH comes in with the TP, but tell you what, it's not in time. Mind Control's done. GH should find General in response, or at least he's looking for it. No, General could get away. There's no points in the passive yet. In fact, General, he comes back in, mans up, starts to beat into GH. Can't quite bring the shaker down. In fact, Roger did tank a couple of tower hits. May cost him his life. No, turns with the stun and he gets the kill. Roger takes down GH. Kuro trying to finish him off here as he flies across the tree line, and he does manage to find it. So both teams sort of trading kills back and forth, back and forth.
GH underestimating how much damage he would take. He had 10 stick charges, so he was trying to man up and get those stick charges off before that, but he had a stun connect and he ends up paying with his life versus Roger. But yeah, Na'Vi looking pretty sharp right now, still not at a net worth advantage just yet because of that first blood. But 3 lanes, not going too bad. Just Crystallize is the one who's suffering a bit, but they do that to him most of the time on Na'Vi. They end up emphasizing on the other 2 lanes a bit more. Even though they had him in that tri-lane, he is a bit sacked.
That comes through Kuro. Slow on Keys. Does find the fish with no sort of block. The Arctic Burn connection, in fact, with the walls blocking Dendi up. Looks like he should be in trouble. Nice stun, catches out 2 of them. It's buying more time for Dendi to get out of there. But again, this beautiful block from Matumbaman and his walls does allow them to get the kill. Kuro now in trouble, but indeed, Matumbaman with the ult ready to turn. Looks for Seneko. Fisher block is out. Matumbaman claims the double kill. They do end up losing KuroKy to Roger as Roger continued to chase him down. Well, that's taking some great micro from Matumbaman there.
There's a reason this guy's known as the best Lycan, and that right there, those are level 1 wolves. Beautiful body blocks. That's because the skill build he went for the 1-1-3 build, and he's too lucky that
he has got the back of Roger. One stun thrown out as the Crystallize, in fact, looks determined with a magic missile. He wants to man up onto Miracle. It's going to be close. Pops the stick charges. Miracle as well with his own stick. Kuro's got enough damage to take Crystallize down. Roger does have to be careful. Miracle's still got a bit of mana to play around with, but he is very low. In fact, oh, Roger, he turns with the stun. Again manning up, but Miracle salves and will be back up. Regen for help.
GH rotated bottom with Mind Control, and they found a kill on the Beastmaster. That advantage that Beastmaster had in the early game is gone now. Queen of Pain actually has surpassed in the net worth as well as the last hits plus denies. Mind Control. Doing a great job in that bottom lane of recovering. And let's take a look at how the levels on the support's doing. So KuroKy's level 5, he's only level 5 support as GH picks up a bounty and gets 5 too. So Liquid doing a better job of distributing their experience. That's kind of expected because they had that safe lane tri-lane in comparison to an aggro tri-lane. It's a lot harder to maximize.
Dendi, of course, on this Viper, he's at the highest in terms of Na'Vi's cores. But I think the question is, what is the Viper going to do this game that's so good for Na'Vi? You know, they've obviously drafted it. What's his strength here that they can actually abuse?
They want to do a bubble here, that's what I'm saying. Bottom lane, control, GH is crystallized.
Just a heal from Sneko. Isn't enough to keep him alive now. On that burst, Control has. They get the kill. Might be careful with the fatal bonds. Especially with GH still tanking some of the damage. He's looking for the fish. It does find it, but Sneko on the other side of the Fisher. Timmerman still able to reach across the wall and take him down. The Timmerman making the move.
So yeah, they're trying to group up with the Viper, but they're starting to pay a lot around the other lanes. And Liquid does have a very strong lineup that actually just brings him down with that minus armor application from the Chaos Knight. Plus Lycan as well. They do a ridiculous amount of physical damage on the side of Liquid with these heroes. And then they have Wyvern for later on.
They've got great ways exactly to deal with the way that Na'Vi want to play.
Wyvern can push out the lanes constantly with that Splinter Burst, as we see Kuroki emphasizing 3 points in that bottom now. Okay, he's in trouble here.
Does have a TP, and indeed, yes, straight up. Oh,
he's cancelled it.
Okay. Some confidence, yeah.
And the rest of his team is rotating down. Dendi is in a world of trouble here.
And can he get out of this one? I don't know. He's down. He can't turn him into the Fisher. Miracle closes the gap. That's what good's done. They do still have the rift to bring him back into the reaches of Liquid. Mega kill streak from the Timberman.
9-minute 50 book one on the mid Lycan boost versus Viper.
Yeah, this is getting pretty quickly out of control now. No doubt about it. 10 minutes in, 3k gold lead for Liquid, 9-4. Everything about their lineup just seeming to be that much smoother.
Yeah.
And their game plan a lot easier. And they've got a lot of answers for Na'Vi's game plan, as it seems.
Yeah, their movement around the map is just so crisp. Just being able to find all those pickups, get the early tower. Na'Vi looks like they will be able to claim this top tower with the Beastmaster having level 7. And General will have book finished up as well at a decent time. GH getting spot out here by Sneko.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
They actually get the courier snipe here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower
on its way
has
toward top.
fallen.
Sneko and Roger, they should have a good chance to take it down, GH. Got the Shadow Word. To get his way out of this. Watch the stick charges. Is that going to be enough to save him from the Shadow Word? Does go down, but look who's here. Liquid ready to find the return kills. They bring down Roger. Na'Vi turning up in full force, but it seems to be that Liquid have the greater numbers. But Liquid will Dendi bringing him down low. Winter's Curse to hold back one of them as they pick about the side of them, take down Dendi, looking for Crystallize as well. Ryan actually jumping deep beneath the tower. He's definitely paying for that one. I don't know what that jump was.
That one was a big. Yeah, that was crazy. But
what was the plan there, Mind Control?
He got excited.
He did, just a little bit less.
Yeah, they didn't have anything else up. Everybody was low on mana, low on health. The shapeshift had ended, and the books can't really chase too well without shapeshift. So they lose mind control, but they do get Viper again. And Dendi has, after having a pretty good landing start, is 0-3.
It's to carry Beastmaster now in the charts, as it seems.
Yeah, and Bench trying to catch back up as the max stun build. Since he went for the aggro tri-lane, he wanted to have that, but that really reduces the amount of damage that you can do with those right clicks, because we usually see the 1-1-4 build or the 1-2-2, some kind of build along that variance.
I mean, it's pretty much as we sort of thought would happen up top. It was the fact that this aggressive tri-lane just didn't really achieve anything that the aggressive tri-lane sort of set out to do. It didn't slow down Miracle's Farm, and it didn't get any kills.
It's not really that. Just look at it on paper, it's not a good aggro tri-lane. Like Venge, Warlock, Nyx Assassin, he's fairly weak in the lane. Warlock as well, you need levels in order to do damage. And they had a pull on the side of Liquid, so they could just always out-maximize them. But here we go, they look like they're trying to go for Roshman here.
And this is one of their strengths with the auras that they do have. Yeah. Despite being behind, they can take Roshan down fairly quickly. And as it seems, Liquid, they don't have wall coverage around the area. Can Na'Vi get away with this? It would be pretty huge, but look who's on the prowl. Mind control and his illusion. Will he send them into the pit? No. Not sending it into the pit. So they may just get away with this, Na'Vi.
Even with the level 1 Vengeance aura, the fact that they just have Beastmaster is enough from the book.
And this is pretty huge for this round. There's a little bit behind it. But the objectives like that, Aegis into the hands of Crystallize, they just made a sweet little play that sort of one-ups Liquid. Liquid didn't seem to have a clue of that going on.
Yeah, they definitely had no idea. Kuroki was sitting behind Miracle bottom. They thought some gank was coming out, but now Na'Vi, they have their strength of numbers moving up, but they have to watch out for the Winter's Curse.
Roger just gets a stun onto Kuro. They take advantage on the stepping back there. Goes down, goes over the spike characters from there from Roger. They've lost Kuro, but it returns. The Neko goes down 1 for 1. It's the man ready to fight. So is Miracle. Onto the Phantasm, brings in Dendi. Triple kill from Atumaman and Na'Vi. I don't know if they're even getting out of this one. Roger gets ripped apart as well, and Crystallize, he's also going to be going down by the looks of it. Mind Control blocks him off. Crystallize trying to desperately do something, but there's nothing he can do at all. 13 minutes in, they get the Roshan, but they subsequently get massively team wiped.
And even the Rock can chase out the Rock, but yep, Matu comes up from the back. They try to overcommit, or they try to commit onto killing Kuro because the Winter's Curse versus this Aura lineup is really devastating, but Miracle and Matu just pierce the back lines and absolutely demolish Na'Vi. Level 12 Lycan already at this point in time with that book too, just shredded everybody.
Atumaman is absolutely loving it. Roger. Have eyes onto GH. GH getting all the bounties, gets both of them. Only $150 away from having the Blink Dagger 14 minutes in. This is going to be strong timing for GH. Does get caught out by the stun, and this will pick up Blink Dagger on hold if they can finish him off. Mind Control jumps forward, GH is gone. Sonic Wave comes out onto 2. Spike Carapace was there. They'll look towards Crystallize. Got a one here from Neko, keeping Crystallize up. Now Bird gets the burst off, pops down the Winter's Curse. Neko's hitting into him. Can they keep Crystallize alive? He swaps himself away, tag teaming Dendi into the front lines of the action. Gets the slow on to Kuroki. Raw as well. They're looking to take down the Wyvern, and they will find a beautiful stun from Roger. Gets both of them, but Mind Control, he's still able to blink out. Doesn't matter. Dendi gets the double as the Viper Strike Poison ticks him down. And that is exactly what Na'Vi needed to strike back with there. Not only getting GH at the start of it, but finding 2 kills after, putting GH's Blink Dagger timing on a little bit of a waiting list.
And now Roger has
Roger's got his own.
Wow, Roger with some very clutch stuns coming out.
Some really nice stuff. I mean, the spike carapaces as well every time.
Yeah, he's got the 2-1-4 build, so that duration of the stun was more than enough to save his buddy. But Liquid, they didn't have their 2 big ultis up. Sure, they had Wyvern ulti, they used Sonic Wave, but the 2 big ones at this moment in time is really Matu's ulti and the Phantasm, it does seem like, especially from that last engagement. Probably more so Matu. I think that's the biggest one. He's got Book 3 finished up already. They spot Roger out here. He is invis though.
Always stuck. Don't have further vision though. No.
Using wolves, they're scouting out Dendi. They do see him down here. Crystallize going to be coming down. Macho's just going to come in on that.
The kill straight away. Just fall from Mike Show. Lands down to slow. Atumaman just bites into him with the physical, and Dendi is gone.
He's going for Crystallize.
He certainly is. He's not stopping. There'll be a magic missile. But indeed, with the purge from the Necro units flowing down this Vengeful Spirit, Crystallize and Dendi getting picked apart by Atumaman on the big bad wolf. Atumaman 10-0-3, and as you say, 16 minutes in, having incredible farm.
I mean, this guy's like so terrifying. They prioritize banning him so heavily in this game, so they banned Lifestealer alone during the first game and still gets one of his signatures.
I mean, because as we were saying when they dropped, yeah, because of that, you were like, well, maybe Matu's going to be playing the co-op, because most of his big stuff's there, but we sort of forgot about it. Na'Vi, I think they certainly forgot about it. Atumaman's liking getting through and having an absolute cracker of a game so far.
Roger scouting out the 2 supports from the side of Liquid here. The blink, though, from GH to distance himself from Roger. And now I believe Liquid will probably take it a little easy, maybe play as a unit, just letting Lycan farm in the meantime till Shapeshifts back up. But Shapeshifts only has a 20-second cooldown remaining now, and he's on his way toward an Assault Cuirass as well. And look at the Wolf. Look at the Wolf scouting. Just standing on top of Na'Vi's heroes in the mid lane, so they know exactly where they're going.
Roger.
Roger.
Opening up onto Kuro, but he has to blink away. Team doesn't do anything behind him.
Very deep aggressive wards coming up from Liquid. They see all of Na'Vi walking through this at the moment, so they know they have full information, and Matu has priorities. He's going for objectives, pushing out top lane, gonna go for that tier 1 top, and they're gonna have all their ultis up now, so they are definitely ready to take a fight.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Looking very, very scary for Na'Vi. They have this lineup, Viper, Benj, Cause. playing from behind and quite a bit behind as well now. That 6k gold lead that Liquid have at this early stage.
They've got a very early game team fighting lineup, and it's
Dire's bottom
can't
tower
fight
is
versus
under
Liquid by
attack.
any
Radiant's
means at this
top
moment in
tower
time.
has fallen.
7k gold lead.
Dire's structures are fortified.
From Liquid. Navi,
Radiant
very little
structures
they
are
can do at these
fortified.
tier 2s. I mean, they are going to try for it. Timberland straight away going for the ult.
Again.
GH just spotted out. Indeed, they'll turn around with the chaotic offering, but it only holds them back for a couple of seconds. The swap comes in, but look who's there. GH gets the gun straight away with the Fissure out. Dendy will fall. GH does go down in return. Timberman looking to continue to chase. He's a little low himself, does have to be careful. He'll get himself away. Winter's Curse onto General just to make sure he could do anything to interfere with him. Timberman is hit. Navi will lose the Beastmaster as well. 3 down. I mean, they do bring some of Liquid fairly low. They do get the kill onto GH, but it's still not good enough. It's cost them 3 heroes. Liquid still getting away with absolute murder.
Yeah, the Viper isn't able to really get much off because he's just getting jumped on in the fights and getting exploded by everything that Liquid does have. Even if he gets swapped.
Oh! Roger.
Okay.
That's a
Nice little bit there.
3-1 there. The well play's come out.
Yep. They were able to find something off of all that. But yeah, Liquid's sheer aggression. Navi doesn't seem to be reading the map of Liquid's movements whatsoever. They just keep getting these fights in Liquid's advantage. Even though they've got all the ultimates that are used by Navi, it's just not enough to be able to deal with what Liquid's got going on.
And you kind of feel for Crystallize as well. You had this Mask of Madness, and since he struggled to get his next item, he had the Shadow Blade queued up. Now he's got the BKB queued up. You could tell that this Venge, he's in a position that you don't plan to be in, and you're just kind of looking at the game, and you're asking yourself, what can I actually buy that allows me to do more? And at the moment, you know, just opted for the BKB so he can buy a bit of time to at least get his spells off in the fight. But even so, this carry Venge is not going to have much of an impact against Liquid's support.
No, definitely not. When you're playing this carry bench, you need to have like a pretty sizable advantage in the early game in order to actually stay relevant and keep up. But when you're versus Chaos Knight and Lycan, it's actually super hard. You don't match versus these heroes whatsoever. They can just close the gap on you. And I mean, CK doesn't care at all about it. Not Revenge, even late stage. No matter how farmed she is, keeps her alive. How long is for Roche? About 20 seconds till we find out how long it's going to be till it spawns. And Liquid's looking to go. They've got book popped on Natu. He's got shields ready. And the rest of Liquid's book behind him to look for engagement. Bring this tower down so quickly. And it is
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
There's not really much stopping from Liquid going for more if they want to at this stage.
Shift is popped.
Yeah, he's going to
Radiant's
keep
middle tower is under attack.
looking to draw their attention towards the mid stage. Liquid very much ready to jump in with the play if Na'Vi do try and kick off something.
They forced everybody back. As soon as they see that, they go start pushing out the other lanes. Damage is done. They got half of it. More than half of the tower.
Oh, the double dust. Roger gets the blink off in time though. Liquid, they dropped a Sentry, they dropped 2 dusts. Can they actually catch him? Or he's going to come back and show himself. Goes for the stun.
They're coming in.
They want to try and fight this. They're leaning in straight away. Kura on the front line. Starts to get the ulti gun out. Pops the Winter's Curse to hold down Crystallize. GH has got the slam ready. He's going to look for the opportunity time to jump in. In fact, doesn't look like he actually wants to. He's holding back. Not enough to finish off Crystallize. The mind control blinks in. Is able to finish him off. They've lost their core. They've lost their carry Na'Vi, and they may lose more. GH still with the Echo. There's the blink. Just drops it. Doesn't get a lot of targets. In fact, good turnaround stun for Roger. Catches out 2 of them. They have the chaotic offering as well. They're bringing Liquid down low. They get the kill onto GH. Mind control blinks away. Miracle's turned up to the fight now though, and he has Phantasm. Brings in Dendy. But Timberman somehow still being the one to get these last hits on the kills.
12-0.
And despite that, you know, you could see how much Na'Vi wanted to come back in on that one. And sure, they bring down GH, but it cost them their big ultimates. They're not killing the cores of Liquid.
The Rock doesn't seem to be doing much of anything versus Liquid either. Took a little bit of a mini stun, that's just about it. Roger scouting out, giving some information, but then Matu, looking for General. Got the book, extra gold for Kuroki. And that's a full AC finish. 22-minute book 3 AC on Lycan.
That's got to be some of the fastest timing on the Lycan we've seen in a while.
12,000 net worth at 22 minutes. 600 GPM on a mid Lycan versus a Viper. Well, 534, but it's almost 600.
crazy, crazy time.
Yes.
As it has been. Maybe very little to do against this. Roger?
Trying to give some as much scouting
I was
information
gonna,
as possible.
and out of the two, I've been pretty impressed with the way that Roger's been playing this game.
All right.
You know, he's been getting some nice stuns off, doing some good stuff from behind, and they're doing it again, Fog.
Trying to go for it here.
It worked last time.
But this time, Liquid knows it's up.
They do indeed, but Roger's got the eyes on it. Navi will know it's coming in.
Though. They've got the sentry on the high ground there. They did see Roger for a moment. They're trying to walk into the mid zone. They're not fast enough.
They're still trying to commit to this, but it's only a half health. It's still going to take a bit of time.
The upheaval and the nether toxin is zoning out Liquid.
Apparently so, yes. Liquid, I feel he's going to go in. And Navi, they get away with it, but they may lose lives here. The Fisher comes out onto 2. General going straight away onto the side of it all with the axes onto GH. Then GH forces forward, but already Navi, they've lost the Beastmaster. Matuma Man focusing Dendi. Dendi swallows the cheese. They do bring down GH. Aegis has been popped. But forced back. Dendi ready to try and continue the chase with Crystallized. Roger's coming in from the sidelines. He's going to look for the perfect stun. He may just find it. No, Phantasm from Miracle comes out. The BKB's there as well. Looks towards Crystallized. Swaps himself away, but the stun flies through. Miracle turns his attention towards the wall. Then the 2. Double kill for Miracle. And maybe even more. He chases Crystallized, trying to desperately hide in the tree lines. The wall's leading forward, looking for the vision. Miracle can't quite get the rift off. A little too far, a little too speedy with that mask. And Crystallized will survive, but the rest of Na'Vi fall. And again, they do get this Roshan, but it costs them ever so heavily. And it really seems that's the only thing Na'Vi can do this game. Get Rosh. Everything else is a bit of a different story.
Yeah, Mechanic offering is still on cooldown. Big team fight ultimate. Again, easily able to run them over. As soon as 2K pops Phantasm BKB, they all just like, oh my god, we gotta get out of here.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
He's also gotten, I think Miracle's gotten the extra bonus illusion proc every time. Sure, it's 50% mid lane.
Oh, they do find the roll, but this is there for GH, and Matuma Man just turns with the minions. Crystallizer's gone.
Alright.
To get Roger. Just some harassment onto GH. They do bring Dendi in. The initial slow off, but they've got to be careful how long they chase here, especially with the rest of the team in the nearby. Dendi and Roger, they've got to be careful how they poke at this. Dendi's going to get turned upon. The Fisher, the jump in. Miracle's there with the rift back, and Dendi's gone. Sonic Wave out onto 2. Liquid, they're going to try and chase for Roger as well. And second rift brings them back. They wait out the spike carapace. Looking to juke the stuns. Great stun and blink there from Roger. We'll get him to the high ground. Makura is there, ready and waiting with the chase. He's got the shrine heal. Can Roger actually play his way out of this one? I don't think he can. Spike carapace will hold mind control back. Mind control's almost going to certainly want to chase. Oh, he gets out.
Nice done.
I can't believe he escapes that one, Roger.
Well, they win, yeah? I mean, well, not a win. They killed GH. Win for Roger.
He's been playing his heart out. Roger's been doing a great job. He's not even the flashiest out of Na'Vi this lineup in this game. Some great Nexus Assassin. Just getting so much information and
Radiant's
not dying that
top
much at all.
shrine is under
4-4-9
attack.
in a situation when your team's down 15 to 29, 26 minutes in. I think you're pretty happy as the support Nexus Assassin. For yourself, at least, you may have sort of different feelings towards the rest of your team as it's not going great for
Radiant's
now.
top shrine
No,
has
definitely.
fallen.
And I mean, he's playing this Nexus Assassin versus what was like a 13-minute book 3 or 14-minute
Yeah,
book 3,
that's-
so
yeah.
it does make it a lot harder, and it's a group up lineup from Liquid. So it does make that game a lot harder for the Nexus Assassin. Bottom GH. Blinks away. General does have Blink Dagger. He has Necro Book and Roar. A little bit low on the mana,
Roger.
Radiant's top tower
Looking for a
is under
leading.
attack.
Golden Trace will be there. They get the Roar on the throat. He's trying to focus down the white on first. Drop down the chaotic offering, but Miracle there with the BKB and the Phantasm. Looking towards Crystallized. Crystallized gets himself out of range, but almost not going to be as lucky. Picked apart. Crystallized still gets dragged in by the grips of Liquid. They get the pistol block off on Dendi. Dendi down as well. Roger, the only one to escape with his life intact. They've lost 4 Na'Vi.
They might just call it.
They do all have buybacks. I mean, just the Na'Vi we know and love. They will fight till the end. But it's looking to be quite a grim one. Control's low.
He's got Lincoln Spear though,
Radiant's
so he
top
blocks the
tower
mana
is
burn.
under attack.
And he pops Dust, he expects Roger to be there. Roger with
Roger.
a quick blink. Toying with him.
Radiant's middle barracks
Oh, he's going to
are
miss
under
the stun though.
Radiant's top tower
That
has
should
fallen.
cost him his life. He's got Spike Carapace up again. Mind Control's trying to waste it out. Sort of play with it. Roger. Can he actually live it? Oh no, he's down. They do find it. Mid lane gets cleaned up.
Yeah, I'm going to just eat the racks already.
But again, these are the sort of players, you're drawing away the full force of Liquid away from the base. Sure, you still lose your mid racks, but maybe the damage to the base would have been higher. You know, if Roger was pulling them away like that.
Oh yeah, maybe. But now it's a full heart on Matu. It's about to be a full heart on Miracle as well. So it's looking pretty done here. 20k gold lead with a CK.
21. Oh, I said 20.
It just ticked up to
It
21.
just
21k experience lead though as well.
21k.
And now, yeah, Reality Rift Pierce spell immune. Does anyone even have BKB on the side?
Yeah,
Radiant's bottom tower.
Crystallize almost does.
He almost does.
Miracle's preparing for the future.
Yes. Crystallize is going to see that and he's going to sell parts of BKB. What's the point? We need that Rapier now. Rapier Vengeful Spirit. I've never seen it before in my life.
Don't know if that would even do anything.
Radiant's
Probably
bottom
not.
shrine is under attack.
Unfortunately. Dandy's now going to queue up a blade mail.
Radiant's bottom shrine has fallen.
But dude, couldn't that be the strat then? You buy 6 Rapiers, then you die, and then your aura just kills whoever killed you.
Dude, that's so much gold. 6 rapiers, that's more gold than they have across their entire team already.
In this whole season of Dota. Yeah.
Everyone on the side of Liquid, well, the bit 3 cores hitting their level 20 marks, getting those big talents, as we saw being pointed out.
Radiant's
By our
bottom
lovely
tower
observer.
is under attack.
Matu now working toward bottom. There's the Arcane Rune as well, so straight value here, hopping the next book. He chose the, he also, if you notice, he put the 60% Feral Imprisonment with the shift division.
Here we go, party time for the boys. Stunning wave on two, Crystallize, he's down, but does have buyback there. The rest of them getting back to General. Brought in, gets the force off, dropping down the chaotic offering. Miracle's BKB is now worn off. They're turning towards the Chaos Knight. He's having to back away. Miracle will still be able to pick up the Warlock with the illusions. Jump forward. This comes from Roger, holds back the two of them, but they're looking towards Crystallize. Crystallize fall back, but as he's down, GG is called. It's finally all over. Liquid take the win 30 minutes in. Quite a win indeed. Na'Vi, they did indeed fight to the bitter end. But ever since the lane, it looked like it was pretty much done and done.